Hello class. So in this video we will install MongoDB Server on our Windows machine, and then we will install MongoDB Shell. Then we will connect our MongoDB Shell to MongoDB Server. Then we will run some basic commands, try to create some collections, databases, and add some documents in our MongoDB. Then we will create a MongoDB Atlas account on cloud.mongodb.com. There we will create a project, then we will create a cluster, and inside that cluster we will start MongoDB. So we will connect our MongoDB shell to MongoDB Atlas, and we will run same commands, and the data will be saved on MongoDB Atlas. So to download, we will go to mongodb.com, or you can directly search MongoDB Server Community Edition, and it will take you to a website to download MongoDB. You can select Community Edition, and for Windows we will select the latest version. You can change platform 86 or x64, and we will download MSI package. Copy the link and enter into your browser, it will start downloading. If you go down, there is a section for tools. Here in this section you can download MongoDB Shell. So you will be downloading MSI package. Copy link. So since version 8, MongoDB Shell is not distributed with MongoDB Server. So for installation, we will follow all the default options. We will do complete installation, run as network service, click next. We should keep an eye on the location where this is being installed, and we will skip this MongoDB compass. Optionally you may retain it. Click next and it will install MongoDB. Second, we will install MongoDB Shell. Then we will try to run. We will open terminal. You can write Windows R and CMD. Here we will run MongoDB. So in some cases it will give error like this. So we need to add a path variable. So type path and click edit the system environment variables. Then environment variables. Here in system variables, under path, we will click edit. Inside we will add a new entry, and this is a directory where our MongoDB has been installed. So quickly open C drive, go to program files, then go to MongoDB. Here you can see server, and inside server there is a folder called bin. So you can copy this address. Here we have two files, MongoD and MongoS. Copy that and paste it. Click OK. Save it and close it. Now if we run, so it is executed and we can see some output from terminal. So we will close this for now. So now we will open a new terminal. In this terminal we will run command Mongo sh. So by default it will connect to our local MongoDB server, that is started from MongoDB. So you can see the IP and port. Quickly we will run command show DBs. It will show all the DBs listed there. There are some DBs by default like admin, config and local. So we can create new DB with command use and name of DB. Suppose I want to create a DB name testDB. Now it is saying switch to DB testDB. Now to interact with this testDB, we will use keyword db dot. So then there are methods to create collections. You can click tab to get list of all the functions available. Here we will create a new collection with command create collections, and the name of collection is users. So it is showing okay, one collection has been created. So now if we want to add some value in this collection, we can do it using db.users. And here if we want to insert something, we will use InsertOne and we will pass an object. So this object can be a JSON object or JavaScript object. So it has a key name and it has a value pratik. So it has successfully acknowledged and it has assigned a object ID. We can add another entry. Now this time we are passing one more value, batch. So each entry is a document. So this is ID that is assigned by MongoDB itself. If we want to find all the values stored in our database, we can use db.users.find. So it will list all the documents that we have stored earlier. So now if we run db dot and hit tab, it will list all the commands that are available for db. And if we run db.users dot and then hit tab, it will list all the commands available for that collection. To clear a screen, we can type CLS, and to exit from MongoDB Shell, we can type exit. Now we will go to cloud.mongodb.com, create an account. It is also called MongoDB Atlas. You can use Google to create an account. I am using Google account. So after signing page, it will show you MongoDB Atlas dashboard. So this is a initial dashboard when there is no project. So quickly we will go to all projects and we will create a new project. So on the left side, you can see there is all projects. Click on it. And then create new project. You can give it a name like AWT demo. So tags are optional. Hit next. You can add another developers who can work on this database, but for now I do not have any other developer. So hereafter in this project we can create a cluster. So cluster is a machine on remote server where our MongoDB will be running. So hit create a cluster. So it will give you options like this. So first to our paid option, and we are going to try free option. So the free option is running on a shared cluster where database for different users will also be running, and it has a storage of 512 MB. You can name your cluster, so I will leave it as default. So we will keep this quick setup. There are two options: automate security solution and preload sample dataset. So we leave it as it is. You can change reason based on your backend server location, and then hit create deployment. As we have configured quick setup, it has already whitelist our IP. So our current IP can connect with this database, and now we have to create a user and password that will be used at the time of connection. So for this demo, I am creating user, admin, and we are going to use a easy password, test pass. You can copy this password, create database user. So it has done two things. First, it has whitelisted our current IP, and now we are creating a user that has all the access to this database. Now we can choose connection method. So for our course, we are going to connect with Node.js application, but for now to test, we are going to use shell. So we have two options. We will select second. I have a MongoDB shell installed. If you click it, now at the bottom we have a connection string. You can copy this string. And now we will open our terminal. So last time we used command mongo sh to connect with our local MongoDB server, and you can see the URL is localhost and port is 27017. But now the URL that we have copied is also using same command mongo sh, but after this it has some more entries. First one is URL, starting with protocol MongoDB, and then we have API version, and then username is admin, password test pass. So we can see username and password are typed in plain text. So if we run this command, so now we can see it has successfully connected with Atlas, and you can see the URL where it has connected. So quickly run show DBs. You can see all the default databases that MongoDB quick setup has configured for us. Again, we will create a database with command use testdb. So now we are switched to this test database. We can add some entries, like we can create collection inside this table with db.create plus collection. We are creating collection with the name users. Similarly, we will insert some documents. So this time we are going to insert using insert many method. So it can take multiple objects. So to pass multiple objects, we will use square brackets or array. So first is name and its value is Pratik, and second object is separated by comma. can give some other values also. So for numbers, we do not have to enclose with double quotes. So now we can see it has added 2 objects. And these objects are called documents. So we can check with db.users.find, and it will again list all the data saved in our database. So we are done with this part. Now we will quickly verify whether the data has been saved on our Atlas account. So go to cluster. Here in cluster, go to browse collection. So it will connect to cluster and it will display all the databases and collections. So here you can see we have test.db. Inside it we have a collection named users, and inside this users we can see we have 2 documents, and these documents we have created using MongoDB Shell. So quickly we can create another collection. The name products. So next we will go back to our project. So this is important. Under section of security, go to security quick start, and at the bottom we can see we have one user that can communicate with our database, its username and password. So we will edit the password. We can use any auto-generated password, copy, and we will update. So now the password for this username is changed. So now if we try to connect to our MongoDB using previous URL, that is using previous password, so we can see now authorization failed because password has changed. And by default it has added our IP to whitelist. That's why our current IP is able to communicate. So you can go to the bottom. Here you can see IP access list. So this is our current IP that is allowed to communicate with our MongoDB. So after some time, if your IP is changed or you are trying to communicate at a different location, you need to add your current IP in this IP list. So in the coming classes, we will try to see how we can use Node.js to communicate and store data in our MongoDB.